it's Holly, and thank you for chiming into my channel. As you probably know, I have stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, and I am doing this video to help inform others and provide information that I can just to share. I'm not giving any advice or have any opinions about what anybody else should be doing. I'm just sharing my story of my journey and my treatment in case it might help other people who are looking for information. So that everybody knows, I have ER/PR positive, which is estrogen positive, HER2 negative breast cancer. So if you don't have the same type of breast cancer that I have, then parts of this video series may or may not be helpful to you. I also have a mixed ductal lobular cancer with pleomorphic features, which really just means it's a mixture of ductal cancer and lobular cancer, whereas I understand most people usually have one or the other. A little unusual to have both, but it does not affect my treatment in any way. Pleomorphic features simply means that the cells are not shaped the way that you would normally expect, and that can make it difficult to diagnose. I was stage 4 de novo, which means I was stage 4 at first diagnosis, and the pleomorphic features may or may not have contributed to why I was stage 4 at first diagnosis. I'm not sure if it does or doesn't, but I have been told that it makes it hard to detect, so I'm only assuming that maybe it had something to do with it. Just to help start with, I thought I would share how I was diagnosed. Somebody out there who might be experiencing similar things may find it helpful to know the journey I went through to diagnosis. I, at one point years ago, was feeling what appeared to me to be a swollen lymph node under my right arm. And I did go to the doctor, who didn't feel anything and didn't see anything concerning. She prescribed me a mammogram. I got a mammogram, which did not reveal anything of concern. So the thought process of the gynecologist was perhaps it was related to premenopause or hormonal changes or something like that, and I, just keep an eye on it. So I did that. I kept an eye on it. It continued to be there. Over time, I started developing some tissue textural changes. I never actually had a lump, but more like a thickening in my right breast. Again, I went to the gynecologist, had it looked at, didn't seem like anything overly concerning. I had had a breast reduction about 25 years ago, and the thought was maybe that that was causing some tissue changes. I had another mammogram, did not really reveal anything concerning. So again, it was kind of watch and see. After that, we kind of dived into the 2020 pandemic and being told to stay at home, and going to a doctor was kind of discouraged. So I waited probably a little longer than I should have to go and get it checked out again. But when I went and got it checked out again and the mammogram revealed some changes, again, it was nothing that independently was concerning, but it was just some changes from the mammogram before. I was sent to get a ultrasound, and that started a rainbow of process where all of these tests came back without necessarily showing anything concerning, but also showing something that they felt they needed to look at closer. Ultimately, I did two ultrasounds. I had a biopsy. I did an MRI, I did a bone scan, and all of the tests were really negative for any tumors with the exception of the CAT scan. And the CAT scan came back showing that I had an 8 centimeter tumor in my right breast, and it had metastasized into my bones. So that was my diagnosis. That was the beginning of my treatment.